Let's go on. Drumhill or Stettler, followed by Stony Plain.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have seen PC ministers flying their family to the Olympics and a premier who wastes money on flights. So it's no surprise that the CEO of Travel Alberta, who makes $240,000 a year in salary, plus $150,000 a year in benefits, saw fit to bill taxpayers for a $150 tuxedo rental as a hospitality expense. Will the minister ask the CEO to pay back this claim?
Mr. Speaker, I thank the honourable member for his question. You know, I just recently returned from the world's largest tourism and conference centre in Berlin. And while there, we met, including the CEO of Travel Alberta, met with a variety of officials from around the world promoting Alberta as a tourism destination, promoting the 139,000 jobs, the 19,000 businesses, and the $7.8 billion tourism industry. These guys want our CEO to show up in suspenders and blue jeans.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll table the picture of the tuxedo on the CEO after question period. Given that the Travel Alberta CEO expensed an $830 meal at a very high-end restaurant in Banff, which the CEO then tweeted that eating there was, and I quote, one more check on the bucket list, does the minister not recognize that this is an open and blatant abuse of taxpayers' dollars?
Mr. Speaker, I will say again, Travel Alberta, which during the course of the conference in Berlin won its 47th international award for trade and marketing for an organization that only turns 5 years old on the 1st of April, has done an outstanding job of promoting Alberta as a tourism destination throughout the world. In fact, we were told throughout our time in Berlin that Alberta remains on everybody's tourism bucket list, and that's the bucket list that we're really concerned about.
Would it be your bucket list, Rod, or theirs? Given that taxpayers shouldn't be subsidizing the luxuries of government officials, and given that taxpayers will be distressed to learn that Travel Alberta's CEO took an $8,800 first-class flight to Singapore this past June just to have one dinner meeting with one applicant for a job, will the Minister of Tourism call on the Auditor General to get to the bottom of what's happening in Travel Alberta? This culture of entitlement has...
Mr. Speaker, in point of fact, the Auditor General reviews the Travel Alberta along with all the agencies within Tourism, Parks and Recreation on an annual basis, and I'm proud to know and I'm proud to state that we have not had any negative recommendations, and it comes up at public accounts this Wednesday, and they'll have every opportunity to ask those questions. But, Mr. Speaker, I will tell you that our tourism levy grows, our tourism business grows, and if it was up to those people over there, our brand would not be remember to breathe, it would be just try not to choke.